Cool, here we go. Real Gato TV, another episode. I'm just doing some TikTok reaction. Shout out to my homegirl Coca.
Uh. Lately I've been thinking about more unsettling things. Rocking all the ice but still be covered in chains. Trying to run from Jesus, your ankle should be ashamed. Cause the further that you run, the more your heart is inflamed. Celebrate the devil, but Jesus, y'all trying to hide. Cause the more that you accept him, the more you put down your pride. Yeshua is the truth, so do not believe the lies. Yahweh is the God that change you from the inside.
Yo, alright, shout out to my sis. I'm biased. I ain't gonna lie. I'm biased. I like when artists who
I do not need.
oh hold on. I like when artists that come from rap and secular like doing secular music. And secular music just means not like rap that has religious context to it, right? So like I like when artists are able to still keep their personality but still be able to change the subject matter. Like you can hear when she raps, like she didn't lose the New York side of her, like her pronunciation, all of that stuff. And then like the bars she didn't lose. She just changed the subject matter. So shout out to Koga. Let's hear some more real quick.
Religion, just focus on the relation. And when you preaching the word, don't worry about all the hater. People hated Jesus for healing them on the Sabbath. Like, really, that was a crime? Y'all really should be embarrassed. But they tried to stone him because he said he was God. They wasn't feeling the message. They didn't like the massage. Came to tell the truth. They take him at the facade. They walking with the creator and treat him like a mirage. Can listen to false teachers. No spirit preachers. If it ain't scripture, it will never reach you. Can I?
Yeah, she went off. She went off.
I make the church make you turn your back on Jesus. People say his name, but they really be some leeches. And my God Brown with the woolly hair, but he really made a light, so who really care? Everywhere I look, I see him really there. My Lord really like the wind, he be chilling everywhere. Hosanna, got that water, no fanna.
Got that water, no fanna. Got that living water, no fanna. Shout out to Koga. She smoked this. I ain't gonna lie.
Christ was no Santa, my life is peachy Atlanta, be splitting demons, but I'm wild.
Nah, that was fine. Shout out to you, Koga. You doing your thing. Shout out to you. All right, let's see what else we got on the TikTok streets. I want to search. Let's look at crypto. There's a lot of little weird things going on in crypto. Let's see what we saying. The biggest crash. Okay, let's put this into perspective right here. Let's see what we talking. Oh, wait, hold on. Blah, 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 blah.
The biggest crash in crypto history happened a few days ago, but it's just them manipulating the market like always. And there's an extremely high chance that before November 22nd, Trump announces the USCR coin that I've been mentioning. Let's not forget that earlier in the year, Donald Trump mentioned that he wanted to create.
Let's read this real quick. Obviously, BTC and ETH as other valuable cryptocurrencies will be the heart of the reserve. I also love Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. U.S. crypto reserve will elevate corrupt attacks by the executive administration on digital assets, the president, foreign crypto strategy reserve. Okay. All right. Let's dial in. Let's lock in. Let's lock in just a little bit. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world today with the crypto markets. There's a lot of stuff going on today with just the markets in general. Here's the reality. What does it mean for you where you're at in your life? It means a lot. I like to watch a lot about politics, and I like to watch a lot about foreign markets, and exchanges and things of that nature and finance, because obviously as an adult, right, you got to live this life, you got to navigate, you got to know what you're up against. When it comes to crypto, there's a lot of people who have mixed opinions on it, but here's the reality. Bitcoin is older than, I believe, 10 years. It's been around now. And since it's been out, it's been up. It's been up and down, but let's just go into Bitcoin, right? Like, I remember back in the day, Bitcoin was used for like nefarious activities. It was used for, not too good things to do on the dark web, right? And it wasn't really used as a store of value, but as the economy changed and the government printed so much money to relieve what was going on during the times of the pandemic, people started to understand that if the government can just print money, then how much is it really worth? And I'm just talking about the layman people, like the common people. For me, I understand Bitcoin and Ethereum because I understand networking. So as an analyst, as an IT analyst, right, the integrity of the network is very important. And so with transactions that's done on the blockchain network, whether you're sending or receiving by way of the Bitcoin network or Ethereum network, it is the network itself, the blockchain network, that peer-to-peer possibility of transaction that actually has the value. Because essentially that peer-to-peer transaction doesn't include government regulation. It doesn't include lawmakers and policies. It doesn't include a third-party banking system. So it's directly peer-to-peer on a particular network. So for the people who don't participate in Bitcoin, obviously, or crypto for that matter, it is your right. You are a human being. You have the right to do so. But I have a mentality that, look, if I can just pinch off money into crypto, the worst that could happen is that the little amount of money that I've been pinching off into crypto over a long period of time, I would lose. I wouldn't suggest investing in crypto if you don't have an emergency savings. I wouldn't suggest investing in anything unless you have an emergency savings. But for the most part, what if you do miss out? What if you do miss out on an opportunity to own an asset class at a fractional level, meaning you can buy fractions of it? What if you do miss out on this? Then what? And I think that fear of missing out has to be looked at. You have to look at it. Because if you don't recognize the fear of missing out, then you may actually miss out on the opportunity. And then here's another thing too, like technology will continuously advance. So if you don't advance with technology, you will get left behind. It has no mercy. It's either you know it, you use it, and you work with it, or you don't. And I firmly believe like crypto is really here to stay. I think if you're not in the markets, start today. Small amount, start today. Just so you can understand it. And then after a while, when you create some margin, you can go on ahead and do what you need to do. But for you to not have any crypto in your portfolio, I don't think that's wise. But let's see what else she says.
A crypto reserve for XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA, which are the exact same coins that USCR is holding right now. We even have Washington insiders saying that they're going to be positioning themselves early. When I first mentioned this coin, it was sitting at a $17 million market cap.
USCR, United States Crypto Reserve. Very interesting. Let me take a look at that. Might go ahead and buy some. Let me take a look. USCR. She said it was sitting at a $17.6 million market cap. Let's see. I'm just a little curious here. Let's see what it says. Uh-huh. USCR. Hmm. Looking for it. United States Crypto Reserve. Let me see. It's not tradable. Wait a minute. Why is it not tradable? Am I bugging? Am I bugging? Let's see. Oh, sorry guys. Looking at it. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. I can't find it on no exchange. All right, let's see what she's saying. Let's keep going.
In less than a few days, it's already sitting at a $42 million market cap. And Trump hasn't even mentioned it yet, and the numbers are already proving themselves. The biggest crash in
Very interesting.
These are the top 3 tokens that I am getting to recover from the crypto crash. As you already know, a couple of days ago, the market tanked, losing over $19 billion worth of crypto. When I checked the charts this morning, I see a bounce back, meaning great entry points. First token that I'm choosing is XRP because it's going to take over the SWIFT banking system. Even though the SWIFT banking system decided to create its own blockchain, XRP's purpose is to take over. They still have a quicker and cost-efficient way to move money around the world. Once this happens, XRP's price point is going to go parabolic. The second token that I am choosing is XVM because they are the #1 real-world asset protocol.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be feeling like they're selling this stuff, but I've heard of Solana before. Like I be thinking they're spokesman for it. You gotta really vet like what you're watching. Content wise, social media wise, because a lot of this stuff is like sales as well. It's very salesy. All right, but let's keep on.
Token that ever existed, tokenizing real-world assets like gold, silver, luxury goods, and real estate, allowing people to move them around the world at an easier and cost-efficient rate. I can easily see XVM skyrocket before the end of the year. The last token that I am choosing is going to be MasterBot, ticker BOT. This is because they hold a software that's going to merge AI and robotics all together.
Now that is interesting. I have to look into MasterBot because AI is definitely going to affect the financial markets. It already has. Shout out to this guy. It already has, in a major way, affected the financial markets. So, MasterBot, interesting. All right. Let's go and let's go search the National Guard stuff. I think that's fascinating as well.
Think, oh, it's cool to be a killer, it's cool to be a gangster, it's cool to be this, it's cool to be that. When it's not cool to do none of that.
Whoa, he going off. He going off. Hold on. This is, I think, this is King Yella. And I know he was a rapper. He got in the content space and he's been doing his thing. Let's see what he's talking about. National Guard. Hundreds of National Guard in Chicago now ready to war with YNs. Yo, the YN title is just so crazy, bro. Yo, what have we gotten to, bro? What have we gotten to? Not YMs, not young men, YNs. It's a cold game, man. Let's see what he's saying though.
stuff that y'all trying to do. If you gonna do music, entertaining your music. Nowadays, y'all gotta, what's gonna make me famous? Let me go nail somebody I'm gonna get famous for. Y'all wanna do all that. Now look how Chicago is. Look how Chicago is. Y'all got ARPs, Draco switches, so many sticks and everything, so many guns out there, man, like y'all the army. But let's see how y'all gonna play with the National Guard. Y'all could do that with each other, with somebody not shooting back at y'all, but now people that can shoot at you and that got accuracy and they're trained to kill, they're trained to hunt, they're trained, they got more ammunition than.
Did you see?
Think, oh, it's cool to be a killer, it's cool to be a gangster, it's cool to be this.
Let's go back to that part really quick, because he's on to something. He's on to something. He's definitely
coming.
on.
Niggas running, yeah, but y'all kill each other, right? No, be that same gangster, be that same killer, be all that. Y'all laughing to be scared to death.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be no listen, man, listen. Hear me well. The government is not playing, bro. It's up. The government is not playing. I was watching a review on what happened in Memphis, and crime is down. As crazy as this sounds, I'm not really a big fan of having a police state, but I could say this. The results are kind of coming in that there needed to be some sort of large-scale intervention in some of these low-income communities and low-income cities. It's you can't deny it. You can't deny what's actually making a difference. As crazy as that sounds, some of these places are safer because the National Guard came there. And I don't think Chicago's going to be any different. I think Chicago is going to kind of get down with what's going on with the government. I mean, that you ain't going to beat the National Guard. Like, you're just not going to do that. There's no, like, you can have Drakes and switches and all these other, you could have Halo weaponry and whatever. You're not going to beat the National Guard. Like, so, yeah, but I think it's, as weird as this sounds, this might be a very interesting deterrent for certain communities to just wake up and say, look, man, you can't destroy your own place and you can't destroy the people that you are, you're living with and sharing space with, because clearly the government is not playing. But let's keep going.
Oh, they coming. Yeah, they coming. You ain't even got enough bullets. You got 1 gun, 2 guns, 3 guns. Them little guns y'all got, man, them people finna drop boatloads of these people, man. They suited and booted, ready to take over Chicago, and I'm proud. Make Chicago great again, man.
Yo, it's so crazy how people who are reformed street people actually rock with this. It's so crazy. They're happy because I think when they get reformed and they look back and they see how detrimental their lifestyle was, they kind of hate it low key, and they hate the fact that they had to serve jail time for it, and they come to realize that what they was fighting for was one big lie. So I'm seeing this, like, gang members actually saying, man, I'm happy Trump is actually doing this in my neighborhoods. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Let's see.
Ain't did nothing wrong. Fuck all that killing, all that lame ass shit. Y'all niggas killing for nothing. Nothing. Senseless killing. Babies. Look at Lil Jeff, man, was killing people over watches and shoes and all this lame, man. Instagram posters, you niggas is lame, gang.
Yo, I can't say that he's wrong, man. It's a lot of senseless It's a lot of sensitive stuff going on, man. You know, and it's within our own community. Like at some point, we just got to take accountability on a large scale and say, you know what, we can't expect the world to respect us if we can't respect ourselves in our own community. Like, I get it, we're coming off of slavery, you know, all of those years ago. It has an impact on us generationally, but the reality is that's not going to fix anything by looking back at what we were and what we went through. We have to first kind of check ourselves, because what's happening is because we didn't check ourselves in our own community, now you have the government coming in and they really not playing. And this is I feel like a lot of guys who've been through them types of situations too, they don't want to go through it no more. They want a peaceful life. They don't want no more violence. They don't want no more senseless killings. They just want to live their life, make their money, and take care of their family. Take care of their kids.
That is so lame. That's lame on my kids. That's lame. You don't get no brownie points for killing innocent bystanders, hopping out, doing all that. Females just got killed. Hella females, hella old ladies, old men, babies, little boys, little kids.
Nah, he gotta chill. He going crazy. Yeah, but y'all get the picture, man. It's a lot going on in the world today. I know we kind of hot from subject to subject. Shout out to Coca. She smoked that freestyle. Shout out to her. It's always dope to hear artists rap about their relationship with God. So that's some beautiful thing. And then, yeah, man, with crypto, you know, you got to still pay attention to it. You may not invest in it, but it's here to stay. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to go anywhere anytime soon. So learn about it, understand it, try and get into the markets where you can, because if you can position yourself properly, you know, you might have a fighting chance, but you have to be positioned economically if you're going to survive. And finally, man, you know, we're going to keep covering this National Guard thing because this is fascinating. Like, we are in a police state with the National Guard being deployed, and they're being deployed to certain communities. But if crime is going down, it is what it is. If certain violence is going down, it is what it is. And, I mean, you see, like, former gangsters that's like, look, I'm tired of the garbage. So, you know, maybe it has its place. I don't know, but we're going to keep following it. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, Relgato TV, visit RedAutumnNYC.com. Also tap in with Tone Agency. That's thetoneagency.com. Book your one-on-one consultation. We can help you with your creative stuff. We can help you with your structure. We can kind of just give you some tips and some pointers along the way, man. So, yeah, make sure you stay tuned, man. Relgato TV. Peace.